Everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun recaps, reviews, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. It's Saturday night, so we know we are talking Love and Marriage DC in this video. Please don't hesitate to click that subscribe button, share, comment, and also hit that thumbs up button, y'all. Y'all gotta help this girl, help me out with the algorithms over here at the YouTube, y'all. Come on, please help my channel out. But appreciate all the support I've been getting thus far. Please comment so y'all can tell me what y'all think of the episode and everything going on those Love and Marriage DC streets. Like I said, this video is gonna be Love and Marriage DC. This is season 1, episode 10. Didn't realize this is gonna be a season finale. I was kind of thinking it could be. I don't know how many episodes they're gonna get. Looks like the reunion will be next week. We're gonna talk about all that when we get to the end. Anyway. Episode opens up with everybody waking up the next morning from that crazy dinner with Kevin. Monique and Chris are feeling like, they feel like the weekend's going well despite all the drama. Chris is in there cooking. Looks like Monique making something too. I said, I hope she ain't making no vegan breakfast that don't nobody want but her. So then they were like, yeah, they feel like, the whole stuff with Kevin, it helped the group to see, like, dang, Winter, you've been going through all this. And Chris gonna say, yeah, like, oh, yeah, I feel like the Kevin drama brought everybody closer together. I'm like, Kevin, don't be giving Kevin credit for bringing people closer together, because that's not what he did. We just see that somebody crazier than Winter. And they, were able to see, like, okay, Winter girl, like, yeah, you going through it. Like, that, yeah, but not that he brought him closer. Don't give Kevin all that credit. So anyway, everybody came down for breakfast. Winter's still there. She spent the night, despite Monique trying to make us believe that she was just coming by to take the sex therapist over there. Like, girl, please, because didn't they come in with suitcases? Like, girl, bye. And then where that house is, that ain't a turnaround trip. Look like once you get to Monique's house in the woods, you spending the night. So anyway, I wonder if Kevin spent the night or he had to go home. Kevin probably did spend the night. I wonder how did he get home? Anyway, we ain't gonna worry about it. Kevin scammed his way home. He made it home. So anyway, then Monique was like, oh, while we were getting breakfast ready, you guys want to do the IV drip. So Monique got money for real, because they had the IV drip. People come to the house. They had rolls for the girls. Like I was like, give me the IV drip when I be partying too hard. So then Monique was like, this game, they gonna need the IV drip because they've been drinking and drinking, so they gonna need this to hydrate back together. So everybody sitting down getting their IV drip. So then Ashley was like, she noticed that Neil was falling asleep. She's like, oh, this is a party. Like, we ain't doing that. So she goes upstairs to get her party game. So this is one thing we left, y'all. So she went upstairs to get her party game. She came back, some kind of card game, and you got to read it, and we got to figure out, like, it's like who knows your friends, or do your friends know you best, however they call it. Anyway, you got to say, like, who you think in the group fits that card. Okay, so Chris read the first card, and then he was like, who do you think will be having sex at 50 years old? Like, 70, 80 years old, like when they're real old still. And so then, I think it was like 80 or something. So then DJ Cook was like, oh, it's over here. And then Monique was like, that's for you, talking about Chris. And then they pointed to Jamie and Raina. I was like, well, they ain't having sex at 50, so they ain't, like, we know it ain't for them. So anyway, Jamie and Raina in their confessional said, they did the little sex therapy session. They took their advice. They learned a lot. They got some toys. And then their plan was to get, you put it in action at night. But it was so cold. He said it was 67 degrees in that house. And he said they just had to snuggle for their life. Like, it was no sex to be had because it was too cold. Now, Jamie, I get it because I don't like being cold either. But the sex would have warmed y'all up. Okay? All y'all needed was some cocktails, some shots, and some sex. Y'all would have been plenty warm. Okay? But I get it. And Monique ain't giving them people heat in their house in the woods. Like, girl, buy all that money. Anyway, basically, it was too cold for Jamie and Raina to get it popping up in there that night. So, anyway, then somebody read a card, I think Neil, about had sex as young as elementary school or something like that. And then everybody's like, nah, that's too young. They was like, quick. And then they was like, nah, that's too young. And so then, what's the girl name? Tasha said, she had sex with Neil in her senior year of high school. And so then everybody's kind of like, what? And then Ashley was like, oh, so he's the only one you got sex with? Because that's how I was thinking, like, girl, you knew this was senior high school, you ain't been with nobody else. And she's like, oh, girl, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then she was like, no, we've been like off and on, whatever. And then Neil said, yeah, like I used to be doing, you know, out there while and doing some stuff. I always got caught. So they said they were always stray away from each other, but I guess they, you know, eventually made it back to each other, got married, had kids, and it worked out. Everyone's love story is so interesting and unique on this show and in life. So anyway, I was thinking I meet people one way, but then it got another way. But anyway, I digress. So then I don't know why. This is where DJ Quick hung himself. So then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. This one right here, I can relate. Because Ashley, like, she was cheating on me, and then she's like, what? And then he was like, yeah, and then I was cheating on her at the beginning of our relationship. So Ashley's like, what? Huh? And then Monique was like, girl, what? Like, and then she was like, girl, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, what you talking about? Quick. And so then he's like, you know, remember when me and you, you know, we was dating and we see each other, and then eventually, you know, we got pregnant, we had the baby coming, and then you moved yourself in. But before all that, you know, all that was going on, but I was cheating on you. She's like, what? So he's like, babe, you capping right now. Like, don't act like you don't know. She's like, I know I cheated on you, but I don't know what you talking about. You cheated on me. And so then she was like, my cheating wasn't even really cheating like that. It was just a text. And then he was like, it's all the same. It was emotional. And then Tasha popping and agreeing. And so then Rain and everybody looking like, And then it got real silent and awkward. And Quick was like, dang, it got silent. And then they're like, yeah, we want y'all to. And then they're like, he's like, change the subject. And Rain was like, no, we want y'all to get this figured out. Like, yeah, we want this tea. There's like, get the popcorn. And so then he was like, yeah, you know, remember, because I was dating another girl, and then she was like, Ash was like, yeah, he's dating this stupid girl. And then he said they were like, oh, it was a situationship. And so I don't know what DJ Quick and Ashley had going on, but it was like, And then she was like, oh, don't you worry. Like, if you got your lick, I got my lick back. Like, basically, like, don't you think you was just cheating on me and I didn't get you back. So I was like, ooh, girl, I know that's right. So I was just like, Quick, why'd you even bring that up? Like, it just was not a good idea to bring it up. Men are so horrible about bringing up the past and not thinking it's going to matter to us right now, and it does. Anyway, so then later on, we see the couples are all getting dressed up. They're doing like this couples, like kind of dress up event thing. And so looks like Quick and Ashley are hosting it. Ashley is still mad at Quick, by the way. So we see Monique and Chris in their room talking about the stuff Ashley was talking about. Chris said he missed part of the conversation because he was cooking, and Monique was filling him in on how Ashley and Quick was talking about infidelity, the marriage, and all this stuff. And then she didn't even know. And he was like, dang. And then so Monique and Chris are dressed up as Lil' Kim and Notorious B.I.G. So Chris, he had on the black, like had on the glasses, the chain, the black shirt, and he was doing Biggie's voice and his whole like persona. It was funny and good, like, not like it was the best impersonation of Biggie, like he not about to get no Academy Award or be in the movie or nothing, but it was just funny because it was like Chris's best effort, and that's what made it good. It was like, okay, Chris, we see you, Biggie's song. When he was like, look, he's big. Like, who else he gonna play? Chris is like, yep, I'm big and I'm black. I'm like, that's right, Chris. So it was perfect. Monique had on that blue wig, like from the what is that video? You know, you see me in the video. True. You know, when they had on the all blue and all red and all. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. What is the name of that song? The Lil' Kim song. Oh, Crush on You. Gotta let you know that I got a crush on you. So anyway, is that the title of the song? Anyway, I know it, but you know. So she had on that blue outfit from that video. But my thing, Monique, I ain't say she gotta have on all the sexy stuff like Lil' Kim. But her Lil' Kim was very much, Lil' Kim got saved and now she's at the church. Okay, her Lil' Kim was giving Lil' Kim's mama auntie. Like, it was just too buttoned up for me, Monique. Like, she could have mixed in a little bit of her style and just a little bit more Lil' Kim sex appeal, in my opinion. Now, Jamie and Raina, we see them getting ready. They look fabulous, of course. Jamie Rayner don't play. I love it. I love people who like to dress because I know I like to dress. My sister likes to dress, so I love it. So Jamie, of course, is dressed like Jay-Z. Spot on outfit. Irena's dressed like Beyonce. Spot on. They're dressed like the On the Run tour. Irene had the shoes, and she looked so good. I was like, yes, he ready to come through. And they're also talking about the Ashley and Quick drama. Jamie just be listening to drama, but you can tell Jamie really don't care about all the shenanigans on this show. He just be present and going along with the move. So anyway, then they heard a bunch of banging, like in the walls or something, or the ceiling, and they was like, "Ooh, what is that?" They were like, "Is that Quick and Ashley?" They were like, "Oh, you know," Irena's like, "She do say she like rough sex." I'm like, "Is he tossing her around in there or what?" So then they show Ashley and Quick, and they moving boxes. I don't think they was having sex unless Ashley still has sex with him when she mad, because she was still mad at him at that part. So anyway, but it was funny hearing the banging noises. So then we see Ashley and Quick setting up. I guess Monique and them have like a theater room in their house, so they're setting up for that. Whatever, little thing they're gonna do with them in that theater room. And we see Ashley's dressed like Tina Turner. She had her good little Tina Turner outfit on. That was cute. And Quick's supposed to be dressed like Ike. That wig was wrong, Quick, but you made the assignment. So anyway, then everybody came in the room. We see Tasha and Neil come in. They are supposed to be Erykah Badu and Andre 3000. Their look was on point as well. Then Winter came, so she still ain't went home on this couple's trip. So Winter came in her little like around the house onesie and slippers. Like, oh my God, what is going on here? Like, girl, you knew they was filming that scene. Quit playing. So then she was not dressed for no parts. So then Chris was like, you could be Yolanda Adams. Like, it's good. So they gave her Yolanda Adams. That was hilarious. So she came in there and sat down. And then Chris is still doing his Biggie impersonation. Everybody's loving it. He talking about, yeah, I trash Faith. I left Faith. Like, I was like, why'd you bring a Faith into your impersonation, Chris? That was hilarious to me. So then they're talking, and it looks like Quick was trying to like snuggle up to Ashley or something, and then she was like, like, I'm still mad at you, though. And so then Irena's like, oh, he trying to kiss up to you from earlier. She was like, yeah. And so then he's like, dang, like, what I gotta do? Like, she mad because I brought up some stuff from the past and all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, it's not cool. So anyway, Quick did apologize for bringing it up, and Ashley thing is like, you want to bring up some old stuff, like you should have kept it to yourself. And I get it, because I could tell Ashley in that moment got a little bit embarrassed that Quick was saying he cheated on her on camera, because especially after she got into it with Winter about all that kind of stuff that was part of the drama. So of course that's gonna put egg in her face if he's bringing up times he cheated on her. So I can understand why she was mad at him in that moment. Like, I don't blame her. Like, you not gonna embarrass me down to the TV. So anyway, then Ashley's like, okay, we're gonna play a game. Like, I guess they usually host like IG Live, she was saying, when they play R&B music and all that. So they're just doing like a questionnaire. I don't know if they were supposed to be on like a live at that time. No, I'm assuming maybe a podcast. They're doing something probably, because they were setting up like a camera and stuff. So anyway, she asked the couples, if you met your partner today, if you met your spouse today, would you marry them? So then Chris is like, dang, you trying to break up marriages? They're like, dang, okay. So then, excuse me, they didn't show Neil and Tasha's answer. They did show Chris and Monique. So Chris was like, all seriousness though, but Monique, she could be, a little demanding, she could be controlling, she could be this and that, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, she's the love of my life, I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, I would marry her again. Like, I ain't never felt like this or so nobody else, like, not even my college sweetheart, like, or I don't know if he said high school, college sweetheart, he didn't even feel like that for her. And then she was like, that, like, so she was already sitting there looking irritated, because he said she could be demanding and controlling and a lot. And so then she really got mad, which I don't blame her for, because again, stop bringing up past stuff, man. Like, we don't like that. Like, don't compare us to the old girls. Like, they gone for a reason. So that's your ex for a reason. Words of Summer Walker. But, she just got so mad at him in that moment. And she was like, oh, like, don't do that. Don't be comparing me, like, to the worst to get me the compliment and da-da-da. I don't like that. So then she started going off. So then it was like, everybody's facial expression kind of changed, like, ugh. And then he did apologize to her that moment. And she, you know, accepted the apology. And then they was like, okay, cool, good, Chris. And then he was like, but no, for real, da-da-da. And then Chris was like, no but, Chris, no but. Like, Chris was just trying to keep going, and he was just digging the hole, and he just needed to stop. So anyway, I get what he was trying to say, but he just needed to men just put their words a little different, y'all. That's all. So then Monique was like, honestly, no, I feel like, you know, that signing that paper and us being married has changed us. It's ruined things. Like, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would still be with you, but we would just be spiritually married. But I would not legally marry you because all the stuff I had to deal with and being taken for granted and doing all this with the kids and all that. I was like, dang, Monique. Like, that cut me. Like, it was just so rude. Like, she even says the other, it was just like horrible when she said it, like, and the way she said it. It was just horrible. And I'm like, girl, how you gonna be just spiritually married and not legally married? Like, that is not, that is not of God. Like, what we doing? Like, what we doing? Like, that, like, Chris ain't even that tight. Like, I don't even think he would get down like that. He would just marry you for real. Like, it was just like, dang. She was like, I just would not want to deal with all that. And so then it was like, ouch. And she's like, she missed the way they used to be when they first got married. And now this, the way it is now, she not here for it. It was like, dang, girl. So then, I think Jamie, he was like, I ain't finna get y'all that. He was like, no, it's not a long answer for me. Like, the answer is yes. Like, she's amazing. She's always been the same. She just gets better. She's beautiful. Like, of course I would marry her again. And then I was like, good answer, Jamie. Yes. Love the way he put that. Love how it was like, he didn't even bat an eyelash. Like, it was no guessing around for him. So then Raina pretty much said the same thing back, like, yeah, he's the same. And then he was like, I'm the same insecure bulldog playing in the, you know, what the interpreter, whatever her name is, said, the white lady Terry said and all that. She was like, yeah, he hasn't changed. Like, you know, he's always been what he is, and she loves him, so she would marry him. So their answers were only the two best solid answers. And so they said in their confessional they really are doing better. They put the past in the past and they're moving forward, and it's not just for looks. They really are doing better. I love Jamie and Arena as a couple personally. I love that they've been together all this time. You could tell they've been together a long time. I think that's why they fight the way they do. I hate that everyone's labeling Jamie aggressive and, you know, saying, oh, is he abusing or da-da-da. I don't think so. I hope not. I doubt it. I just think, you know, he has that rough exterior, but I love them as a couple. They balance each other out. And I just wish, and they share so much of their family with us, so I like them. Anyway, then Quick was like, can we get to the Silvers? He's like, you go first, ladies first. So then he was like, I can't remember if he went first or she went first, but anyway, he said, no, she ended up going first, and she said, no, she wouldn't do it again because kind of similar to Monique, like feeling taken for granted, how to play the background, like after when she, you know, met Quick and decided to marry him, she was young, she was like 19. She was like, you know, at that time, Quick could do no wrong to her. She didn't have to sacrifice, she didn't have to put in work, she didn't practically raise him, like she didn't have to do all this stuff, like, and she feels like she had to make a lot of sacrifices and she had to give and nothing got back in return. So she would not really she's not sure she would do it again. She wouldn't. I was like, ooh. And then Quick said, yes, he would, you know, 1,000 times over, whatever he said. He said, you know, she has been there for me. Yeah, she raised me. She was there when nobody else was there. You know, everyone just felt like everybody wanted something from him. And if he couldn't provide that, then they were gone. After everybody else was gone, everything has happened. He's just sitting in his basement and she was there. And he's like, why are you here? And she's like, I just want to be around you. And so he told her, like, I'm not ready to get married now, but when I am, I know it's going to be you. And so he's like, yeah, he would marry her again. So anyway, that was a really good scene. So then everyone left, you know, went back home. Then we see Monique and Chris going to like this horse stable. Monique said they had a good time. They're going to spend time with the kids. And they have this horse, I guess they go and take care of and deal with and all that. So the kids go to ride on the horse. She said her daughter had on Fashion Ashton. Is that her brand or whose brand is that? I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming it's her brand. If she's, or no, maybe it's Ashley's brand. Maybe it's Ashley's brand. I'm not sure whose brand that is. So drop down in the comments if y'all know who that Fashion Ashton brand is. I'm thinking it was either her own brand or Ashley's brand, but I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, then we see her and Monique and Chris go sit down and have a talk. So they were bringing up the whole weekend and the question Ashley had, that old messy question. So then Chris was like, yeah, you know, my answer was yes, I would do it again, and and she was like, were you surprised by my answer? And he was like, yeah. And then she was like, well, don't you get like how that would hurt if you bring up somebody else? And then he was like, I get it, but you know, I was just trying to be real, like, you know, compare, you know, this person wasn't like you, and and she's like, you're doing it right now again. I'm like, oh, Chris doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. I'm sorry, he doesn't get it, girl. And then she was like, you're doing it again. Like, I don't want to be compared to other people, and like, I don't want to deal with, you know, I wouldn't want to marry you again because I don't want to deal with what we're doing right now and all this stuff, and everything's not how it used to be. And so she just, he's like, dang, Monique, like, what you want from me? Like, I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be honest and all this. I get he was being real. I get it. But women don't like to be compared to other people. Now, Monique could have handled it differently. And then she was like, see, like, every time you do something wrong, and then I talk to you about it, and then you get defensive, and then you get mad at me, and then I'm looked at the bad person. And then he's like, well, I do get defensive. I don't get mad at you. I like that Chris did stand up for himself in this moment for the most part, until she started crying, of course. Monique did that thing that we women do. So anyway, because Monique does not want to be looked at as the bad guy in the situation. But girl, you've been the bad guy. You've been the quote unquote bad guy. I don't want to say bad guy because, you know, they're in a marriage. They're in a whole functioning system, and we don't know the ins and outs. We only know what we see on TV. So I'm not trying to literally call her the bad guy, but you've had a bad impression on us in the way you relate to Chris on this whole season, girl. So you are already coming across like that. So we're not even shocked by this scene and what you said at the little couples thing. So at the house. So anyway, she was like, you know, she started crying. She's like, I feel like I always have to prove myself, and I always got to defend myself and prove that I'm enough and I'm worthy. And every time I try to fight and prove myself, and then I get looked at as the mean and nagging and all that. And I was like, ugh, girl. Girl, like, I get it. Monique just wants to be heard, but I don't know, girl, like, you're just not appreciating your husband anymore. Like, you're just so mean to him. You do nag him. Like, I think it's the way she does it too. And I think it's just like, it feels like it's just constant. You need to be deeper. You need to be this. You need to do that. I feel like it's just constant, all of that. And then I think the way she kind of cuts with her words. I don't know why I stuttered right there, but yeah, I feel like she kind of cuts with the words or something. It's just, she's just rude to him. It just comes across rude. So hopefully she watches the episodes and sees how it's coming across like that. Anyway, she cries, they hug it out. They're even talking about a confessional, and you can tell she's pissed. So anyway, moving on. Then we get to the Tyler. So, the Tyler said Lil Jamie they're getting ready for Lil Jamie's court case. I guess he came in the room like the night before at like midnight, said he had a court case the next morning. They need to go talk to the lawyers or go to the trial, whatever. So they're like, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. They're like, you know, why you just saying something now? So Lil Jamie, I guess, caught a case in 2021, and then he ends up getting like these 9 charges on narcotics and weapons and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, Lil Jamie, come on. So we are rooting for Lil Jamie first and foremost. We are rooting for him. So anyway, they're getting him ready. It was weird to me that Jamie was coming through like, did he shower yet? Did you got on deodorant? I'm like, he's grown. Wouldn't he know to do that? But I don't know. Maybe this their family. dynamics. I don't know. But anyway, so Raina had his suit all pressed for him. Like, they do a lot for their kids. Like, wow. But maybe, you know, I don't know. I grew up a little different. So my parents wasn't doing all that for me. So, and especially as an adult, hell no. So anyway, they just seem like they kind of coddle him a little bit. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, his girlfriend also went with them to visit the lawyer. So the case, I guess, got, what is that called? When they moved it to, like, up a level to, like, federal level. So whatever court system it was in, it got moved to, like, the highest level in Maryland. Is it exonerated? Not exonerated. It's not expedited. I can't think of the word right now. My legal followers at the Brandy Yvonne channel, my lawyers or, you know, legal people, drop it down in the comments. I know y'all know the word. Anyway, so they ended up meeting with the lawyer, so, which means things have gotten worse because, you know, now it's more serious. It's going to be harder to get off get the charges dropped and all that kind of thing. And Jamie was telling Raina as they're getting ready, because she's like, do you think it's possible he can go to jail today? And he was like, hell yeah. So, and they was trying to pump him up and tell him, like, you know, tell your lawyer, you know, you're working security, now you're doing this, you're going to be moving up in your job. You've been there for some time now, you're getting your life together, all this stuff. So Jamie, and he's been living a good, positive life for the last year. Hopefully that can help him, give him some saving grace. So like I said, they go meet the lawyer. Lawyer's like, yeah, they moved the case up to a higher level of court, so it's going to be harder to, you know, get the charges dropped. It's very serious. You know, you're looking at facing either as less as 5 years to a maximum of 25 years in prison. That is so sad and disappointing. I pray that boy can get those charges dropped. I like that they're showing us this on TV because how many families go through this, right? Especially with our young black men. So this is such a good, powerful storyline right here. Shout out to little Jamie's girlfriend, okay? she replied to me on Twitter. Go ahead, girl. Yes, we be looking at your man, girl. He too young for me, though. Anyway. And I live on the West Coast. I ain't never gonna meet them people. So anywho, hopefully little Jamie, you know, does not get locked up. I really pray he doesn't. Irena told us in her confessional that her dad was locked up when she was like 3 or 4 years old. She didn't, you know, he passed away in prison. They didn't get to have a service for him, bury him, nothing like that. So she knows how that feels, and she hopes that her son does not go down that same path. So anyway, then we see everyone's going to Ashley's book release party, or books. She's called it a sip and see, I believe. She's doing a sip and see for the book because it's like her baby, she said. So beautiful, beautiful party, beautiful venue. She has her pictures all on the wall. She got her pictures on the cupcakes. She got her name on the pillows. Monique came in here still mad. Chris said he knows Monique is still mad because she not talking much. I'm like, dang. Like, girl, you still mad? You still mad? Like, Monique, you add to this whole storyline of you coming across like a nag, girl. So anyway, we see Winter come through with her little bob swoop thing she got going on. I said, Winter gonna keep hair on that whole head from now on. And she always should because she looks pretty. Anyway, she came. She's like, I can't believe I got an honest invitation to Ashley's event. And, you know, there's no drama. I'm not beefing nobody. You know, she's really here to support Ashley. Good for you, Winter. I seen this reunion. You know, they finna get into your ass. But we're going to talk about that in a second. So, anyway, everybody's there. Everybody's having a good time. Quick has a surprise for Ashley. He's like, you know, hopefully nobody said anything. Like, Chris, he's a vault. You know, they're like, Jamie's like, you got the surprise, you good with the surprise, you ready? And he's like, yeah. He's like, Chris is like me, he's like a volt, but Jamie, he's like, I swear, you know, Chris said he had no pillow talk. Remember they talked about that in Love Very Huntsville book. He's like, that Jamie, he be telling Raina everything. And I could just imagine, Jamie and Raina are close. Look how long they've been together. So anyway, everyone's having a good time. You know, they talked to Winter, and Winter's like, I can't believe, you know, I'm here. I made it. I almost didn't make it. Like, because, you know, the drama and stuff. And they're like, yeah. Ashley's like, yep. You know, we just putting that behind us. I'm like, yeah, Winter, don't bring it up. And then Ashley's like, we're moving forward to and then she's like, and then everybody's like, friendship, and they're like, I was like, actually gonna give you an F and an R at best. We are not getting the IE and D, okay? We're not, no. No, I don't take the word friend lightly either. Everybody be like, oh, my friend at work, my friend here, my friend. No, everyone's not your friend like that. But I get it. They're moving forward. They're trying to make progress. Based on this reunion, look like progress has been halted. So then, everyone's having a good time. Jamie come over there talking about he drunk, and they're like, you drunk already? That Monique's like, we've been taking shots. He's like, I was drinking over there, and over here, y'all got me drunk already. He was like, yeah. He's like telling Raina. Now, everyone, he ain't even sitting next to Raina. Raina's sitting on the sofa. He over here next to Monique. He's like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm gonna do to you tonight. You know what we gonna do. And then she was like, okay, like, come on with it. He's like, yeah, you want it now, huh? You come on, we finna go in the bathroom. She was like, oh, okay, like laughing. And then she was like, okay, this spontaneous sex, like, this is what I want. We gonna do this right now. And then I guess she was like giggling and stuff. And then he was like, don't play with me, girl. And then they got up, and they really got up and went to find the bathroom to go have sex. But they was like, yeah, we just gonna creep away. Ashley was like, y'all about to go hunch. I was cracking up. But they announced it. Everybody is in y'all conversation to see that y'all about to go do that. And why y'all about to do that at this girl's book release party? Like, I was like, what is going on here? I'm like, you're not creeping away if you announcing it. But it was just funny, because it's just good to see Jamie and Raina had that moment, especially because they wasn't having sex. So I said, however y'all got to get it, yeah, we just happy y'all getting it, okay? They said, you know, that's how they used to be, so they were happy to get back to that. So then we see they came out the bathroom, and Ashley read a little bit snippet of her book, you know, do that shit, and released the cover. It looks really pretty. I would love to read and review your book, Ashley. Holla at your girl. Please DM me at Brandy Yvonne at Twitter. I would love to review the book. Anywho, let me know if it's on Audible though, girl. So, because that's the best way to, you know, take in a book for me. So then she had read the book. Ashley, Quick's like, give it up for Ashley. She, you know, she doing that shit. He has, you know, he's like, okay, you know, presenting her, giving her credit, like so proud of her. Monique is like, you know, glad to see Ashley is coming into her own, doing her own thing. Chris in his confessional said that, you know, she's been saying how she's tired of being a Quick shadow, so he, you know, he's proud of her. Happy to see her do her own thing. Monique was just sitting up there looking salty the whole time, y'all. So then Quick was like, you know, Ashley, I'm so proud of you. So he goes up there, he's like, I got a surprise for you. So she immediately starts taking off her ring, like, she ready, like, she already know. So then Quick in his precious like, dang, like, anything I do, Ashley, she's like a psychic. Speaking of, I just thought about my head when, earlier in the episode when Quick was talking about the infidelity in the beginning of the relationship, and he was like, she went from aggressive Ashley to angry Ashley. I forgot about that part, but that part was hilarious, y'all. So anyway, y'all know always remember something from the beginning and the end. So anyway, back to where we was, right? So then he was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna do this. He's like, dang, she's psychic. Like, she started pulling her ring. And he's like, then the girls are looking, and he's like, nah, it's not what you think. So now he's trying to downplay it, because, like, she thinking is that, like, leave your ring on. And so then he was like, yeah, you know, when Ashley and I got married, and we had already had the baby. I think they had the baby first or something like that. Anyway, he's like, you know, she always got to me because I never got down on one knee to propose to her. She's been holding that over my head this whole time, and I'm tired of having that dark cloud on me. And we got married in Jamaica because that's what I wanted, so she didn't get her fairy tale wedding and all that. So then, so he was like, you know, I also need to make this moment right. And so then he was like, I'm about to do something. Don't judge me, y'all. This is no judgment zone, right? He was like, okay, we about to do this shit. So then he did get on one knee. He gave her a way bigger ring. So I'm like, yeah, girl, switch that ring out. And so she is, of course, she's all happy and stuff. And then he's like, can I sing to you? And then she's like, he can't sing. And then he's like, no, I'm gonna sing to you. So then he started, but it was Tank singing. And we saw the preview. I was like, there go Babu Tank. Hey, Tank. So Tank started singing, I got down on one knee. And I was like, yes, Tank. And so I was like, come on. James like, he got my boy Tank here. So anyway, Take was singing. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I was like, go ahead, Ashley. And then everyone's doing those like end of the season speeches. Like, oh, I'm glad a group got to get closer together and be a family. Monique was saying all that stuff. And Urania said her and Jamie's good. Everybody get their little speeches. And that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. Nothing else really happened after that. Then they show us a preview of the reunion. And they talking about Jamie being aggressive and abusive. I'm like, see, I didn't want that to happen to Jamie. Monique allegedly trying to set up a divorce with Chris by being rude this whole season to him. And they was like, no, like, And then they was talking about Winter, talking about she got texts and pictures about Jamie and Quick cheating and all this stuff. So they gonna get into Winter's ass, like I said. So the reunion about to be popping, y'all. So we definitely gonna be reviewing that over here. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of this episode in the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all probably tomorrow for Married to Medicine. Bye.